Good evening, I'm back. Good evening, I'm back. I'm your host, Jack Remington of Quintessence Productions LLC. This is game 4 of the Divisional round 2019-20 NFL season playoffs. This game has got it's 12-5. They got 5 losses. I got to fix that. The 12-5 Seattle Seahawks, number 5 seed, because they're a wild card team, going to the number 2 seed that got a bye last week, the Green Bay Packers, 13 wins and 3 losses. The 13-3 is an impressive record, but the Ravens were 14-2, the best record in football, and they got shrunken by my Titans yesterday. So, long story short, we'll talk about this game exclusively. The home team has won the last 8 matches. The home team has won the last 8 matches between these two rivals. They're not division rivals, but they're rivals in playoffs and postseason. And they've been great games. Both teams are capable. Aaron Rodgers with the Green Bay Packers, of course, and Russell Wilson could still get the MVP. Consider how bad Lamar Jackson had that rush yesterday when the Titans got slonkered. If Russell Wilson can make a run, Russell Wilson will get the MVP. He was my leader all season long, and everybody jumped on the bandwagon with Lamar Jackson after he peeled off all those wins in a row after he lost at Kansas City. The Ravens started 3-0, and he lost at home to the Cleveland Browns. If you can guess that, the worst game I've seen them play other than yesterday. And then they also on the road to the game that they should have won. They could have beat Kansas City, but he wouldn't go for it on 4th and 3. And they punched the ball back and got the ball back. Anyway, this game here, it's going to be cold, but the snow's been, they called for snow in Lambeau Field a week ago. Now that's been called off, or it's going to be a dusting, if that. But it will be bitter cold. But it's cold for both players, and most of the players from the South and Southwest, 95% of the football players from the South and Southwest anyway. So it's cold for everybody. And I'm from the East. I can say with confidence it's just cold for us too. And we're from the East. We're used to the cold. We like the cold. I'm dying here in California. But anyway, big question: can Green Bay get off the mat and show their dominance and have Aaron Jones run wild at the back they got for the Packers, and Aaron Rodgers get the ball to him, come out of the backfield? And it's been a pretty good combination for him. They won a lot of games. 13-3 is nothing to sneeze at. But I want to talk about the Seattle Seahawks for a second. They won 8 games on the road so far this year. Their regular season record was 7-1 on the road. It's the best in the NFL. And now they just won their 8th game, and they've tied other teams. They tied the New England Patriots when they won 8 road games. When they were 14-2 and they won a Super Bowl. Their only 2 losses were at home. The San Francisco 49ers, Joe Montana did it too. Like in the late 80s, they were 14-2 and B-slapped the NFL. And their only 2 losses were at home, and then one of them happened to be Green Bay with Magic Mikowski, who was the quarterback for the Packers. And they were 15.5-point dogs, and they beat them straight up. And a couple weeks later, the Cleveland Browns came in and had won 2 games all year long, and they upset them. They were 17-point dogs and won that game. But other than that, there's 2 blips. The 49ers, Joe Montana and Jerry Rice, they B-slapped the NFL. And you get a team that wins all the road games, and they stumble at home a couple of times. It's meaningless. You got to factor that in. You got to watch the teams play. And I've watched Seattle play, and I've watched Green Bay play, and I'm impressed with Seattle Seahawks. They get it done. They've called Marshawn Lynch out of retirement. And they called some other guy too. I can't remember what his name is. They're doing well. They just plug them right in, and they're not missing a beat because they have a good coach in Pete Carroll. Okay, the Green Bay's got LaFleur. He's a rookie coach. But I got proved wrong yesterday with the 49er game with a rookie coach, Shanahan, against Mike Zimmer, an experienced coach and an NFL retread diehard. Zimmer's supposed to be a good coach. He got out-coached by the 49ers, by this rookie coach. Shanahan's not really a rookie coach. He's a young coach, but I know for a fact LaFleur for Green Bay, he's a rookie coach. And to come out like that, George Seifert did it with 14-2, but he just picked up where Bill Walsh left off with the 49ers. And George Seifert was the all-time NFL head coach percentage leader until his last year. He went to the Carolina Panthers. He won the first game at Minnesota, 13-point underdogs when they lost 15 straight games, and they fired him and burned him out on a rail. And hurt his winning percentage. But he was going to be the only coach of any significance of over 100 games that could finish 800 ball. So, but Seifert was a good coach, but Bill Walsh is a little better, I understand. It's hard to evaluate coaches. Have you ever seen a coach score a touchdown? I'm using that's the old Bump Phillips line. I never saw a coach score a touchdown. And so anybody that's got any age close to my age, you guys can tell that I am a dinosaur. But my memories remembers a lot of things. I can't tell you what I had for dinner tonight, but I remember scores of football games. I remember playoff games from 40 years ago. I remember games when I was a small boy, over 50 years ago. So I just remember. I just know baseball score. I'm that kind of person. So I'm here to tell you. I hope you guys watch this videos and pick out the tidbits I'm giving you, because I'm not charging. I don't charge. I get to the pick. Against my better judgment, I know Green Bay's improved, but their run defense is a little shaky. And what does Russell Wilson do? He's a hybrid pocket. He's a hybrid passer. He's not quite a pocket passer, although he's a decent pocket passer when he pocket passes. I recommend you watch my Titans-Ravens video. It talks about the pocket passers versus the runners like Lamar Jackson, and you'll have my answer. But yes, Russell Wilson did win a Super Bowl, but to me, he's not a running quarterback. He's the hybrid. The Carson Wentz is a hybrid. They can, at one point, you can earlier in his career, you can actually say Aaron Rodgers like that too. He's pretty good on the move. Now he's older, he doesn't do it anymore. But he's still a pocket passer. Pocket passers win in the NFL. But for Seattle Seahawks to win these 8 games, including a playoff game at Philadelphia, on the road, is very impressive. And I just think that Pete Carroll's going to outcoach this rookie coach for the Green Bay Packers. I think they're going to do just enough, and they hang tight, and they're going to pull away in the fourth quarter. They're just going to get it. They're going to get it done, and it's going to be their running game. This guy's going to be tired in the fourth quarter, and their run defense is not that good. The question is, you got to just contain Aaron Rodgers from lighting you up 21 points in the first quarter. So I'm taking the Seattle. I've taken all the underdogs this divisional weekend because I look back all the years. There was never a weekend in the history of the NFL, in the Super Bowl era, that all the underdogs won the games, the divisional round. Hasn't happened. And there's been several times teams have won 2, but I can't find one where they've won 3. And it's not happened where they won all 4. I thought this could have been the first weekend where all 4 underdogs won. But the Vikings won at the first game. But the Titans kept me alive. And I'm looking for Houston to keep me alive, and now I'm picking Seattle to keep me alive. I picked all the dogs this divisional round, and I'm walking away with my profit. I'll put 1 unit on the Houston game, and I'm only putting 1 unit on Seattle and the 4 points. The line is kind of strange. They're begging you to take Green Bay and kind of pound a favorite in here. But I'm not fooled. I'm taking Seattle plus the 4. No one, and that's the only play. No half times, no nothing. So you won't be seeing anything from me in the future when I do my next video. You won't be saying, I made it to something that don't post anywhere. I can't prove it. No. There's one play for the Houston game and one play for, because I'm walking out of this weekend with a profit. And I got something to pound the title games next week, and hopefully I win some of that, and I'm going to put it all in the Super Bowl. So it'll be fun. But my pick is the Seattle Seahawks plus the 4. I just think they're going to do just enough to hang tough and cover that number. It's not that big of a number, but it's not a small number either. Thank you and have a good day. Good night.